We are still in Stratford, still on the mooring on the Avon. How was your exploring in Stratford yesterday?
It was great. It was lovely. I walked up into town. I went past the Royal Shakespearean Theatre. I walked down to the church where I was able to find the grave of our friend William, which was good. It was really interesting. He said, "Cursed be he who moves my bones." Walked on from there, saw the guild houses, which is where his father worked and which was used as his school. So that was the place where William Shakespeare learned to read and write, which I think is an important thing in humanities history. Because he would never learn to read and write, we would have been stuck with William Shakespeare mime, which, probably wouldn't be remembered to this day.
Stratford itself is really nice.
It's really nice, yeah. I mean,
lots of, I don't know, it's obviously affluent.
Yes, and it has a certain high degree of tourist.
Getting coached in.
Yeah, because like when we were walking through the town itself, these big tour buses would show up and offload a whole bunch of smiling, rapidly clicking photos, people.
Lots of timber-framed houses.
Including Shakespeare's birthplace, which is really the most kind of cotton candy and gingerbread house I've seen in England. Looked like it was made of chocolate and biscuit.
So this mooring's been really nice. It's we're obviously still on the river before we go up to the basin, and is it the meadow or something? I forgot.
Meadow moorings.
Meadow moorings, and it's basically a really nice park with a bandstand. So many people just milling about and walking their dogs and stuff.
And it's really pleasant, and only a few minutes walk from the actual town, and it's not got a lot of services for boaters or anything, but there is sort of a public washroom. And
that's one thing we have found on the whole of the Avon, that all of the boater services have kind of been shut down. So the water taps, apart from this one, have been turned off. The L sands have been locked up, so it's basically closed for winter. So if you're coming at this time of year, you need to be prepared for that. Yeah. We've been okay because we've been able to empty our liquid tank in public toilets because it's just liquid. And we found this one water tap here, which has been fine, but rubbish points have been a little bit harder. Yeah,
and recycling, there's not a lot in the way of random places to moor. It's all these very fixed locations.
Yeah, which we knew, and they're all listed and stuff, and it says what facilities are at each mooring.
But the fact that the facilities are shut down means that it's basically kind of limited at this time of year, but we get to save on the fact that we didn't have to pay for a mooring here, because this is normally, for most of the season, this is a fee-based mooring.
And it's really busy here this morning. There's lots of fishermen out on the moorings. There's lots of rowboats out from the rowing club. The trip boat that comes down from the basin is coming like every hour, on the hour. It did it yesterday and today, so lots happening. And it's blooming cold, and we are going to go to the end of the Navigable Avon at, I think it's called the Red House, which is a couple of miles, mile and a half.
It's like 2 miles up after the low bridge here. And then there's a turnaround, come back and go into the basin. That's basically...
And we're just going to, we're going to stop in the basin for a night or two.
So as soon as we go up that lock, we finish our time on the Avon itself.
So this cruise will be less than a mile after doing...
At the end of the day, we'll have gone maybe 650 feet.
But it should be nice.
Yeah. So we are now in the Stratford Basin.
Yeah.
Stratford Basin. You know what I just said? Did I say Stratford?
So we had a lovely sunny cruise to the Red House. There is no Red House.
No, there's a bunch of topiaries. It's kind of funny. You get there and you're expecting a red house, and there's no red house, but there's a bunch of green topiaries. So it's definitely the turning point. It's the point at which you have to, although there's no signage or anything. But
it was very pleasant and very pretty.
So we made it back.
And then Michael dropped me off at the water point.
Was there a name to that place? No. So there's a bend where there's a waste point and L sand that is not functional right now, and water point that is not functional right now. Yeah.
And then so me and George walked in there, which was really nice.
And then got to the two bridges and came through the second bridge just as we saw the hourly trip boat coming in to steal my lock. So.
And then I thought I'd be kind and help them. Turns out
he doesn't want no help.
They don't want no help.
Yeah.
And then
he doesn't want to give no help.
He said, because the lock gates tend to swing open, so it is a bit tricky getting them to stay shut as you fill the lock and open paddles and stuff. And he said to me, we would help you. We would stay and help you, but there's only a crew of two. Bear in mind their mooring is literally right by the lock.
Yeah.
I'm like, we're just a crew of two too, but we will always help any boat.
Yeah.
And there's so many congoozlers, and I think I should have asked for help because I'm like hanging off gates and running around, and like everyone's just watching. But I'm sure if I'd said, can someone do that gate for me, they would have done.
Oh yeah.
So that's my own fault.
And a couple of people did jump in to help at the last
Eventually,
second, so
yeah.
that was nice of them.
Yeah.
And we made it up and through the lock and into the basin. And so now we are sitting here surrounded by
Tourists.
tourists, although none of them are visible on the camera right now. They're walking past. And yeah, it's a nice sunny day. We've got our solar panels up.
Looks like there's a little market over there.
Yeah, there's a Saturday and Sunday market in town, so we'll maybe take a walk over there and take a look at the market. And then it's a work day for the rest of the day. Which is funny because it's Sunday. So.
A day of not rest.
Yeah. That's the end of the River Avon.
Yep, now back on Canal and River Trust waterways and the South Stratford Canal.
Yeah, which we will probably start day after tomorrow, I think.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe the day after. But for now, the Avon's done. That was great fun.
Yeah, love the
really,
Avon.
really beautiful.
Love the Avon. Love being the only people on the Avon. Beware, there is no Elsan.
Yeah, not in winter anyway. So thanks for watching. Click the subscribe button if you wish to. Click the bell if you want to get notifications. Comment if you feel like it. And yeah, and otherwise just like leave me to the humorous antics of my wife. Every time there's no cookies left, don't know why. I know why.
I said the man who ate all of the oatmeal and raisin didn't let me even try one.
Wait,
That's not every time.
You specifically bought the oatmeal and raisins because I like them and you don't.
No, I didn't.
You never want. She doesn't like oatmeal and raisins.
Who says I don't like them?
Well, you never eat them.
That's because I don't get a chance.
You even called the oatmeal and raisins mine. You wanted the double chocolates.
So you had the double chocolate too?
When you share some with me.
Well, let me get this right. We get oatmeal and raisin for you and double chocolate for me. I share the double chocolate with you, but you don't have to share the oatmeal and raisin.
No, I'm happy to share the oatmeal and raisin with you. I kept saying, do you want one? And you said no.
You never said that.
I did too.
Oh, you said that in the evening, but you didn't leave me any for the morning.
In the morning, there was only one cookie left.
Mine!
And 2 double chocolates, which remained.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
Oh, I didn't have them.
Well, yes, you did. That
Oh, we
day.
shared them. I shared them with you at lunchtime.
Well, that's your choice is to share them. Oh, George is getting pets.
Georgie! George, you live here.
Come on, George. You don't get to adopt people. Maybe 650 feet. Oh,
But it should be nice.
yeah. Or like 1,000 meters to people who don't in feet.
I have been doing this for 5 years. I am an expert. You are a silly girl.
Yeah, and then turning was a little bit complicated. Well, basically just because our boat's a little bit longer than the point was wide. But we made it.
Obviously not, because you know physics.
Yes, well, you know. Thank you. Well, technically that would be geometry. Anyway, we then made it back. Just the last word. Just the last word. That's all I've got to have. So that's it from the River Avon. Thanks for watching. like, click the comment button. I don't know why, but, you know, if you need to, did it again.